Enfield, London, 1977. A quiet suburb where life moved at a gentle pace and neighbors knew each other by name. A seemingly ordinary house on Green Street became the center of extraordinary events. This unassuming home would soon be known worldwide. The Hodgson family, consisting of Peggy Hodgson and her 4 children, became unwilling participants in a chilling drama. They were a typical family, living a typical life, until the unthinkable happened. What began as subtle, unexplained noises quickly escalated into a terrifying ordeal. The once cozy home turned into a place of fear and uncertainty. 11-year-old Janet found herself at the mercy of unseen forces. Her nights were filled with terror as she experienced things no child should ever have to face. Furniture moved on its own, objects flew across the room, and disembodied voices whispered menacingly. The family was living in a nightmare, with no escape in sight. The Enfield Poltergeist was a force of chaos and disruption. It turned their lives upside down, leaving them in a constant state of fear and confusion. As the phenomena intensified, so did the media attention, thrusting the Hodgson family into the public spotlight. Reporters and photographers camped outside their home, eager to capture the latest developments in this bizarre and terrifying story. The Hodgson family's experiences were downright terrifying. Their ordeal began in the late 1970s in a modest home in Enfield, North London. Imagine being an 11-year-old girl, awakened by the sound of your furniture moving inexplicably. This was the reality for young Janet Hodgson.
I was just lying there, and suddenly the furniture started moving. It felt like something unseen was toying with us.
Janet became the epicenter of the paranormal activity, experiencing things no child should ever have to endure. She endured the brunt of the entity's attention, often feeling isolated and terrified. Witnesses reported seeing Janet levitating above her bed, a sight that left even the most skeptical observers in shock. Her voice would sometimes be replaced by a guttural growl, a sound that seemed to come from another world. The entity, communicating through Janet, identified itself as Bill Wilkins, a former resident of the house. Furniture would overturn without warning, and objects would fly across the room as if thrown by an invisible force. Disembodied voices taunted the family, whispering threats and creating an atmosphere of constant fear. The Hodgson family found themselves trapped in a waking nightmare. Their once peaceful home turned into a battleground of the supernatural. The Hodgson family's claims might have been dismissed as overactive imaginations, had it not been for numerous witnesses. These witnesses included not just family members, but also neighbors and even strangers who happened to be in the vicinity. Neighbors reported hearing strange noises, such as loud bangs and eerie whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. They also claimed to have seen objects moving through the windows, defying the laws of physics. Eerie lights would sometimes flicker in the windows, adding to the unsettling atmosphere. Even seasoned police officers found themselves confronted with phenomena that defied rational explanation. They were called to the scene multiple times, each visit leaving them more baffled than the last.
We saw the chest of drawers moving on its own. It slid across the floor as if pushed by an invisible force. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen. The sheer impossibility of it left us all in a state of shock and disbelief.
One incident involving a heavy chest of drawers stands out in particular. This piece of furniture was so heavy that it would normally require 2 people to move it. Yet, it moved on its own, leaving an indelible mark on those who witnessed it. The expressions of shock and astonishment were evident on their faces. Police officers, attempting to move the chest, found themselves unable to budge it. Their combined strength was no match for whatever force was at play. The Enfield Poltergeist extended its reach beyond the Hodgson household. The entire neighborhood felt the impact of these strange occurrences. The case began to attract the attention of paranormal investigators. Equipped with various tools and devices, they sought to uncover the truth behind these inexplicable events. The Enfield Poltergeist case quickly became a national sensation. The Hodgson family found themselves at the epicenter of a media frenzy. Enter Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators.
The Enfield case drew us in with its sheer strangeness and the plight of the Hodgson family.
The Warrens' involvement added an air of legitimacy and further fueled the media frenzy.
Our investigation added to the body of evidence, though it did little to quell the debate between skeptics and believers.
The Enfield Poltergeist case cemented its place in the annals of paranormal history. The Enfield Poltergeist case remains an enduring enigma. The events at 284 Green Street defy easy categorization. Were the Hodgson family victims of a malevolent entity or perpetrators of an elaborate hoax? The case highlights the enduring power of the unknown and our fascination with the supernatural. It serves as a reminder that the world is filled with mysteries that may never be fully understood. The Enfield Poltergeist continues to fascinate and terrify, a testament to the power of a good ghost story.